What is up, everybody on the YouTubes? As you can see, there's a new newsletter out. I was made aware of this by somebody here on YouTube called Shay. You may recognize him, them. I don't know what the pronouns are. You know that the Undertale Deltarune YouTuber with the frogget as the icon. Anyway. I saw that they posted a video that there's a new newsletter out, and I checked my inbox when I saw that, but I didn't see it in the... I wasn't sent it yet, hopefully. So I headed over to the website, the Fangamer website. Summer 2024 newsletter, Deltarune progress update. Toriel carrying an annoying dog in her little picnic basket. That's adorable. Hi everyone! Deltarune Chapter 4 is making great progress overall. And as the time of writing this, July 23rd, 2024, that was a few days ago. That was like last week, I think. All the maps are done, all the battles are playable. Only 2 cutscenes need small improvements. One battle needs to be balanced and the visuals need to be completed. One battle needs a better background. 2 battles are having their ending sequence improved. There's still some things to fix and places to polish. 3 of my friends were able to play through the entirety of the unfinished Chapter 4. Well, it seems like there are still tweaks in Chapter 4. All of them liked it and didn't have any major problems or criticisms. Except for one friend who kept mentioning that I should name all of the chairs... except one friend who kept mentioning that I should name all of the chairs because of the existence of Chariel. Implies that all the other chairs should have names as well. I'm probably not gonna do that. 5 gold, well, 5G, well, somebody's gonna do that anyway, somebody in this fandom. I'm not sure if Chapter 2 is still the longest chapter, but Chapter 3 and 4 together are definitely longer than Chapter 1 and 2 combined. Thinking about that is kind of crazy. Yeah, Chapter 2 was pretty long, wasn't it? I can beat Chapter 1 in like half an hour, and Chapter 2 like in 3 or 4 hours. It's been a while since I've played either chapter. Well, if you include Javel and Spamton Neo, that's easily like another 3-4 hours right there, trying to beat them. At least. Initial development of Chapter 5. Well, I'm not talking about Snowgrave Spamton Neo, I'm talking about regular Spamton Neo. I haven't even attempted a Snowgrave route. Initial development of Chapter 5 is also progressing steadily. Most of the team is still focused on Chapter 4, but a few people are going ahead and creating initial drafts of the Chapter 5 map, working on bullet patterns and etc. Well, it's nice to see that Chapter 5 is getting some development. No doubt there's already fan art of Sans in a swimsuit, in the floaty, and Papyrus with a swim cap and goggles. I guess he uses the battle body as a swimsuit as well? I don't know. So what? Man, Chris and Susie are going to town on that birdseed. I guess Noelle doesn't like Birdsey that much. Chapter 4 is basically playable minus some polish, so it must seem like Chapter 3 and 4 coming out are going to come out really soon, right? Actually, the release is still far away. We've gotten 3 months closer, but it's still far. Why? How does that horrible, despair-inducing, teeth-gnashing fact that keeps me up at night make any sense at all? I want him out now. Well, I'll tell you now. Hey, look, a little Metaton. MTT brand sports drink, I guess. Look at Alphys in their little workout uniform. That's it. That's adorable. What's left before the release? That's right. Creating the chapter is only the first step. Releasing the chapter is a whole other ordeal. Why is Rousey on fire? And what the heck are these? Oh, these are star candy. Never mind. Those are dark candies. It took me a little while to realize these are dark candies that Chris and Susie are roasting over Rousey. Why the heck is Rousey on fire? Like, that's what I asked before. Why is he on fire anyway? It wouldn't be such a big deal if the game was free. But since this is going to be our first big paid release since Undertale, we really want to take the extra time to make sure it's perfect. Our goal is simultaneous console and PC release in both English and Japanese. That would be amazing. So, what do we have to do? Well, it's long, so click below if you're curious. Oh, that's I want this on a t-shirt. I wonder if this is on the Fangamer website. Quest to release chapter 3 and 4. Guinea pig syndrome. Oh, look at little Toby. You little annoying dog. I don't have a Twitter. I don't use Twitter. Well, I have a Twitter, but I don't use it. And I refuse to call it X. Oh, ho, ho! You trying to be my game, like crisscross applesauce? Yeah. When I saw Queen, I just had to try her voice again. Cute, kawaii. Yeah, I'm not really reading what's being said here. And Susie with her rude buster chasing the Vito-Kun while Rousey watches her. TLDR. So the main steps to getting chapters 3 and 4 ready for release. Testing new functions, complete and tested chapter 4 PC versions, console ports, Japanese version, and other stuff. Bug testing and release. Well, we'll let you know the progress of each of these things going forward. I'm pretty sure somebody else I already read through this, like Shay or Jaru or Mystic Slime. Maybe even Sybil's. You alright over there, Undyne? I know you're a hot fish, but this is ridiculous. guys so much for, for your patience. I'm monumentally thankful to everyone still waiting while we get over this final hill before the release of Chapter 3 and 4. With the progress on Chapter 5, I'm feeling confident that once Chapter 3 and 4 come out, the release schedule for the following chapters should be a lot smoother. It's still going to take a good while to get there, but once we do, you never have to wait so long for a chapter ever again. By the way, one more unrelated thing. Looks like one of people on Toby's team came out with another song. I'll try. Alright, now it's time to set sail. I'll try to give another update in September. Around the anniversary of Undertale, I would imagine. Martin says I was for us to create a boss song about her. A serious intense song that doesn't pull any gags at all. It's a reference to Fish they sent me Megalovania. Da 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 da. Da da da. There's probably already fan art of Spamton being on a spit over a fire. There's probably already fan art of this, Rousey on fire, and Sansa's swimsuit. Oh yeah, and Alphys's workout clothes. Well, I guess there's a big shot roast going on right now. Anyway. I could read the progress report, but I don't know. How long have I been recording for? Hold on. About 12-13 minutes. Well, I don't know. Let me drink some water real quick. Been a while since I've done that. That's right, the first quest we have to clear regardless of any way that we want to release anything. So we have to be a guinea pig for a brand new function of Game Maker. Hold on. Yes, Yo-Yo Games, the creators of our engine Game Maker, excuse me, are adding a special new function just for us. This is a new command for Game Maker called Game Change. It allows you to separately launch different games you've created in Game Maker, and even works on console. That means we can create each chapter in an independent game project and swap between them using this function. Well, that's useful. For chapter 1 and 2 demo, we initially committed the strange act of smashing both chapters together into one game project. It wasn't such an issue with only 2 chapters. As the game progresses, doing something like that will become more and more troublesome. I could imagine. Here's the kind of trouble that would arise if we didn't have game change. When editing the combined project, we wouldn't know if anything during the progress might have inadvertently affected anything at any point in the game. So each time we patched any chapter, we will have to test all the chapters all over again. Game Maker would potentially be slow to run the game with content on the scale of 3 chapters or more. On the player side, initial loading of the game would potentially take longer and longer as we add more chapters. I guess that makes sense. Anyway, the point is, with this command, we have a solution to all of those issues. Nice to know that they have a streamline some way to streamline the process. With one caveat. This new function is, well, brand new. It's never been tested broadly on so many computers and platforms before. Therefore, we would soon like to ask for your help testing it. It's estimated Game Maker will be updated with the new command within the next few weeks. At that time, we will pull out a new version of Chapter 1 and 2 that uses it, along with more detailed instructions about testing. I wonder if it will be updated on Steam as well, since that's where on Steam. Well, I have the game both on Steam and on my Switch, so let me check Steam real quick. Doesn't seem like the game's been updated yet. But I'm pretty sure there will be videos about that in the coming weeks. For future updates on this topic, just keep an eye on the official Undertale Twitter. Like I said, I don't have a Twitter. In the case you don't have, well, I do have a Twitter, but I don't use it. I don't even have it installed on my phone or any of my devices. I don't think I have it installed on my computer either. In case you don't have a Twitter, I'm happy for you. Pretty much the only non-video, well, yeah, pretty much the only social medias I really use are Instagram and Tumblr. Well, for including video streaming ones, I also use TikTok. But I don't know what's gonna happen to that. Anyway, making the console versions. Since our goal is a simultaneous console and PC release, we will have to make console versions of Chapter 3 and 4. It's no problem to get the game running on console at this point, but making sure there are no differences or bugs between the console and PC versions will take a bit of time. Each console manufacturer also has their own special rules and standards, so we'll also have to update the game to reflect those things apparently. We'll begin focusing on this as well as the PC version, as the PC version is releasing completion. Cute kawaii desu da! Sorry if I offended anybody. I'm sorry. I don't have a ukulele with me, but I'm sorry. Anyway, as mentioned, we're aiming for simultaneous English and Japanese release. After all, it would be pretty strange if only the first 2 chapters had Japanese and then the 3rd and 4th didn't. At this point, getting the Japanese script in the game is trivial, but the localization and timing of Japanese text always need many small adjustments to make it as good as the English version. Plus, there are some lines we forgot to hand over to the translation. Chapter 3's localization is already pretty amazing now that I can read all the Japanese. I've been able to personally review every single line. Oftentimes the phrasing in English is very vague, so I try to clarify everything I can for the translation team. I know localization isn't something that interests most people that much, but I'm really proud. Original creators are rarely involved in the translation process of their work this closely. If I make a game, I'm probably gonna make it in English and in Spanish, since I'm bilingual and those are the two languages I'm fluent in. I don't know if I'm ever gonna make a game. I don't even know how to code. Reading the Japanese and English version side by side could be a great way to study. Although a rules card might make you stupider. We're just here for the snacks. Ha! Quill your mouth, my dearest Bambito. Chris, get ready for another fight. Ho ho ho! You want some treats of the trade? Okay. Anyway, the localization of Chapter 4 will need to be completed before the chapter's release. By the time you read this, I guess we have a sneak peek of some of the dialogue in either Chapter 3 or 4. By the time you read this, I hope that we have already started. I think the characters will be easier to localize than Chapter 2 or 3. So hopefully it will be smooth. Susie, what are you doing? Chasing the sphere raccoon around. Can't you tell? Okay. Releasing the game properly means trying to hunt down every major bug you can find. Fortunately, we have a dedicated company that will test our game and help. A group of professionals will play the game cumulatively. I don't know why it took me a few seconds to wrap my head around that word. Cumulatively hundreds of times in both English and Japanese, and on every console. Of course we can't do this until everything else is finished. After all, any change to a project could inadvertently cause an issue. For example, making changes to a console could make bugs on PC. Making changes for Japanese could make bugs for English, etc. So this will be one of the final steps. And there are a few more things to think about. Get the game reviewed by the ratings board, complete the soundtrack and get it ready for release, make the trailer and release materials, and more. And those are the main steps. And that should be about it for this video. And I guess we'll have to wait about a month for, well, a month and like 2 weeks until until Undertale's anniversary. Was this the 9th anniversary of Undertale? I think so. Yeah, 'cause I think Undertale's like a year younger than Five Nights, and and that franchise is celebrating its 10th anniversary in a few days. So yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!